my tuition was $10,355. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. As y'all already know by the title, today I want to give you guys a life update. I really want to structure my whole video around me transitioning from one career going to what I'm doing right now. So starting off, I wanted to say hey to y'all that's brand new and just now coming in and beaming in. I'm Diamond Edwards. So basically this is my first little let's talk video, so hopefully y'all can catch up of what I'm talking about. So those of you that's been with me since 2018, y'all already know my first video was me letting y'all know that I graduated nursing school.
To be tomorrow, I had to start today. I still pushed myself to continue on because I believed in myself. I felt I was the giant compared to the small obstacle. And when I finally have the position, I will have the opportunity to be a part of something bigger than myself.
Happy about that. And yeah, so I really didn't touch bases about the nursing thing ever since that video. The reason why is, so I don't know where to start. This is gonna be like a testimony for me, but and basically exposing it and telling you guys. But anyways, so I graduated in 2018 from an LPN program. It was a private program, and the owner basically wanted her students to pay their tuition off before they sit for boards. So me, I wasn't born in a family that had a lot of money, so I was basically stuck. I'm just gonna be 100 with y'all. I was stuck. So after I graduated, I couldn't sit for boards because I didn't have the money. So basically what I did was to keep myself out of depression, you know, I did a lot of praying and stuff. And I felt like at that time, I felt like God was like, I hear you, but this is not what I want for you right now. And I actually started getting the gist of that feeling from the Lord, like now, where I'm at now. But anyway, going back to then, when I was on my break, I got out of school like 2018, and what I did was things that I love to do. And you guys, if y'all been with me since then and been watching my videos, y'all seen I dibble and dabbling in some modeling. I did some dancing.
Woke up on the same trip, money my language.
Which I actually removed some of the videos off because I felt like it wasn't fit for my channel that I'm trying to build, okay? But getting back to what I was trying to tell you guys. So all those things that I did, I actually enjoyed it, but they all fell through. Like it wasn't really like a big success in the modeling thing. It wasn't a big success in the dancing. So actually a year prior, after I think in 2019, in 2019 I actually took a lash class. And now I'm giving you guys a transition for me going from my decision of being a nurse to actually going full time as a lash tech. Yes, I'm a lash tech, y'all. Basically I went and took a lash tech class, and I didn't believe in myself in that. I'm like, okay, I know I want to invest in myself, but I didn't know what. So when I seen the lady advertising for it, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I went ahead and invested in it, and I actually was practicing on my lash sets, and my lash sets wasn't coming out as thick as I wanted it. So I started getting discouraged, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna go back and work as a CNA. So I originally worked as a CNA and got burnt out with that, and that's what led me to going for my nursing career. worked as a CNA in 2020 and really wanted to like crack down on my career as being a lash tech. So I started taking myself serious a little bit, started investing in myself, and when I tell you like advertising and all that stuff, like I only got like 2-3 people, and I just milked it from there. Like I felt like, man, these 2-3 people, hopefully they stay with me. How should I say, those 2-3 people grew into about, I'm gonna say about 15 people after I kept advertising on Facebook, Instagram, and all the other stuff. And then it grew from 15 to about 25 people. So now I really think I'm doing something. You know, I'm flipping my clients. My clients, they rotate and they come to get their fills every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or whatever. And then the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, y'all already knew the nail shops, the hair shops, all them shops shut down. So what I did was I didn't shut down. Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna probably say something smart in the comments or whatever, but for me, in my mind, at that time, I'm not about to shut down. This is something that I'm just now getting up off the ground. As long as I'm staying safe, everybody masking up, I was okay. So, and just a little disclaimer, none of my clients had any COVID issues or anything like that, just to be clear, okay? But I didn't stop, and by me not stopping, the word got around like, oh, Diamond, yeah, she do lashes and all this other stuff. So I gained, like, I went from about 25, and it went up from 25 to about, I say, 75 to 80 clients. Now I really think I'm on something. Like, it was just like, it just happened out of nowhere. Thank you, Lord. That's all I can say is thank you, God. But other than that, some of the clients, they start trickling. Once the pandemic starts slowing up and they start opening up the salons, some of the girls went back to where they came from, which was okay, and some girls stuck. So now I'm at a point to where God has blessed me to save money through the stimulus check. Everybody got the stimulus check, okay? It was the stimulus check. It was my taxes that I was holding on to, and it was the money that was coming through for my business. So now by this time, I'm done working as a CNA. Like, business has got up off the ground. My 25 clients was enough for me, because I'm like, okay, I'm making this. As a CNA, I was working 8 hours a day, working through an agency, making like $110 a day. And I'm like, man, like, if I'm with these 25 clients and they rotating and I'm making more than what I would made as a CNA, I'm about to cut this CNA short, because it's time for me to start actually believing in myself and continuing on with my lash career, because I'm seeing that it's lucrative. So with that being said, where am I at? So with the help of me holding my stimulus check, me holding my taxes, and with the money that was coming in through my business, I was able to get the money for my tuition. Now, I don't mind sharing this with y'all. I mean, hopefully you guys stay and y'all keep interacting with me, but my tuition was $10,355. Okay, so I'm just let that be known. All that money, I did not have that once I graduated. Like, I was already working 8 hours a day. Not even, I was only working part-time as a CNA while I was in school. So, and y'all already know I wasn't born into a family that had a lot of money. So where was I gonna get $10,000? And I'm not set up to go pull a loan out or nothing like that. Like, I'm just not, I don't want to be stuck. I feel like I want to get ahead. I don't want to be stuck. So that's the reason why I didn't choose to pull a loan out. But make a long story short from that, I was able to get the money thanks to the Lord. And I called the owner up of the school. And I told her that I had the money and I was ready to sit for boards. And for me, I'm just going to be 100 and real with y'all. the conversation kind of went something like this. Now, I'm gonna shorten it because it was like literally like a whole hour and a half long conversation. But I'm like, yeah, I got the money, blah 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 blah, and she like, yeah, and I'm like wondering what she finna say behind that long yeah. Okay, so she telling me that she wanted me to take an extra class. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So she said she wants to get back to me the following week, because this was a Friday that we talked. So I waited till the next week, called her again. She ain't me again, and I'm like, because for me, I'm the type of person that's like, I can already kind of tell the vibe, like, especially if you're talking to me like, yeah, and you're stretching your words, like, I'm already kind of feeling that there's nothing good what you finna say. So she was like, so I want you to take class 106 and 108 all over again. Now, in my mind, I'm like, man, I just hope she messed with me this time and just let me just take it for the low, or let me take it for free. You know, I'm coming with 10 stacks, you know, and I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I'm not saying that we got favor or anything like that, but I was like, okay, so how much would that be? And she was like, that'll be on top of your $10,355 balance. That would be $3,500 more. And I'm like, $3,500 more? I was devastated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, I was already trying to keep myself out of depression in 2008, going all the way to 2021, not thinking about, man, I really want to be a nurse, and I seen that I had passion in it. Like, when it came down to understanding, if the heart go down, the lungs go down, if the lungs go down, the body go down, the body go down, like all that. Like, I love that, you know? Which I still have the passion. And just a little heads up, I will be continuing on my education, but definitely not going for LPN, definitely going straight for the BSN. But anyways, I'm just like, I can't believe this. Like, I gotta pay $3,500 extra on top of $10,000 that it took me so long to get. So me being me, of course I cried. I'm like, man, look, I don't even know no more, because at this point God has already blessed my business to get off the ground. Like, I'm off the ground. I had literally 2, maybe 3 reasons why I went to school. For one, I was burnt out busting doubles as a CNA. Burnt out. And for 2, I wanted more money. Like, who don't want to make more money doing what they doing? But and for 3, I wanted to be able to wake up. Excuse my husband in the back sneezing. But anyway, but I felt like, man, I gotta pay $3,500 more on top of my tuition. Like, I wanted to elevate. I wanted it so much, but my thing is, I had to pause. Okay, so the new motto that I'm following is either peace or pause. And I felt like, hurry up and making this decision to throw her this 10 stacks, it wasn't giving me peace at all. Okay, at all. So what I did was, I took a little pause. Now, mind you, about 2 weeks prior, I graduated a relationship counseling, and the lady that counseled me, she wanted to keep in contact with me, and so she gave me a book. And I'm like, oh Lord, she giving me a book to read, and it's already hard for me to open up the Bible to read, you know, but I'm just going, one day I'm gonna open up and read it. Now, mind you, my life is kind of busy, so as far as sitting down and actually open up a book to read, it was like slim to none. But I kid you not, like, I'm hearing, like, in the back of my head, open the book and read it. So I just opened the book up and read it, and this was literally, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say that weekend. So after I talked to the owner of the school, that weekend I opened the book. So now I'm in the first chapter reading the books. It's Built to Outlast the Storm by Jamila T. Davis, and I recommend all y'all to open it if y'all going through something. Like, definitely, the first chapter was built for me to understand that I'm about to enter a storm or I'm in a storm. And at this point, I literally was entering a storm. So the first chapter basically like helped me make my decision. Now my business already was off the ground. My 3 reasons why I wanted to go back to school was because I was burnt out working doubles just to make a nice check as a CNA. Secondly, I mean, who don't want to make who don't want to make more money while doing what they love to do? Like, I felt like being burnt out as a CNA was not the move for me. And thirdly, I felt like I couldn't learn no more as a CNA. So I felt like it was time for me to elevate. So now, after that first chapter, like at the end of that chapter, I got an answer as to what I needed to do for myself. So when that next week came and it was time for me to make my decision whether I was going to give this 10 stacks, $10,355, I have to remember that number, because at this point it was like, that's a lot of money. And for some people it's like, that ain't no money, but for me it's a lot of money when you don't have no money, you know? So I'm like, okay, give this lady 10 stacks and try to cough up $3,500 more just to take 2 extra classes just to become an LPN. Now mind you, now I gotta pause for y'all so y'all can see the logic where I felt like I made a good decision. The school that I went to does not have accreditation. Boom. I had to put it right there. It has no accreditation, okay? So if I wanted to elevate and go and be a RN, it's probably like 1 or 2 schools that would accept 2 classes that I took out of that school. Everything else I would have to start all over. And that was one of the main reasons why I made this drastic decision to not even want to give this lady this 10 stacks and $3,500 more. Like, I just can't get this to you when in reality I'm gonna have to start all over. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I feel like I be procrastinating. Like, even to make this video, I've been procrastinating really bad. So if I'm gonna end up being content being an LPN when I know I really want to be an RN. So get his money to be content? No. So for God to allow my business to get up off the ground, I'm totally blessed for that. Totally thankful, totally blessed for that. And for me, I felt in my head, there's no point for me to get his money up. I'd rather stay 10K'd up instead of giving you this money to go work for somebody. And my holidays is took, my weekends is took. If I wanted to call off and sit on the couch with my child and help him read or do his math or help him with his speech or anything like that, I wouldn't be able to do that if I went to go work as an LPN, when God already allowed my business to literally allow me to make what I'm making now. Now, I'm not going to disclose what I'm making right now because at this point I'm just not okay with disclosing that. But all I can say is this confidence that you see, God has blessed me like beyond measures. Okay, so this little story was like a testimony and to give you guys a life update as far as what I got going on and going from making my decision from being an LPN to a lash tech. God has blessed these hands. Yeah, don't look at y'all. I hope y'all didn't look at my nails. My nails getting done tomorrow, okay? But anyway, he blessed these hands to be able to do what I'm blessed to do, and that's to give ladies their lashes, make them feel beautiful and all this other stuff. I would go deeper as far as like the lash career, but if y'all want to know more about that, comment below and let me know if you are interested in anything as far as the lash world and stuff like that. But I can definitely say the lash business is very lucrative. It's rewarding. I do have days where I wake up like, oh, I want to stay home, but that's just like a lazy little thing that I got to get over with. But other than that, I love waking up, going to put the key into my shop and creating my atmosphere and doing what I do. But yeah, that's my whole little I summed up my whole little career shift, my little life update. And y'all already know that I'm engaged. So yeah, so I really don't have nothing else to tell y'all about that. But also, y'all, before I go, within my little app that I'm gonna put in the description box below, you can go shop. And if you in my area, definitely try me out. If you never sat in my chair to get your lashes done or your eyebrows, definitely go ahead and download the app. You will log in with your email and yeah, book something. So I do sell clothes. I sell clothes. I got a shipment coming in, so yeah, I definitely need y'all support. So come on in, bring it in. But if y'all are interested in any more little stories or whatever, definitely comment below and let me know what y'all interested in hearing, what y'all want to know about me, all that. So if y'all like this video, definitely give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, click the bell, because if you click the bell, you will get a notification that I dropped a video. Okay, thank y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.